The G20 Alliance for the Empowerment and Progression of Women's Economic Representation is rather the need of the hour. This was launched 4 years ago during the Japan summit, and this alliance will also help UN's 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. It's obvious that we live in a world which is designed by the world of men. Our traveling terrains, our workplaces, our city layouts, and almost everything about the premises of our life had been predominantly sketched and composed by men. This precisely becomes the reason for governments, local bodies, and communities to intervene into the affairs and governance of the society in making our living places more women-friendly. Again, it's clear that chronicles of the past had always been biased in confining the narratives to the labors and achievements of men. It has consciously kept the struggles involved in the selfless works of women in oblivion. History in women perspectives had gone scanty or ignored. At least, thanks to the modern perspectives, it's a bit of relief that history is now defined as subjective expressions of the chronicler. The reporting of the events had always been benchmarked by the word of gentlemen, where a woman was never expected to be present. We have to closely analyze and evaluate how the constitutions of the countries which insist on equal opportunities for women is getting executed into the personal and societal lives of women. We have a bleak of hope as the present times had witnessed an advancement of women presence in the higher education sectors. For instance, in Kerala, we have the experience that more than 60% of the total persons, the students, they are in the higher education sector, they are girls. In medical education, if once the medical education field were predominantly controlled by boys, the demography of the recent times shows that girls had become a majority in the field of medical studies. We now have to build more hostels and facilities for girl students. All the same, sadly there prevail an inconsistency in the number of women joining the labor sector and women becoming entrepreneurs. As Dr. Sangeeta Reddy has rightly said, she said that as women we are more sensitive to the issues, more sensitive to new ideas, more sensitive to the changes around us. But the fact is that there prevails an inconsistency. This means that the ratio of the women presence in the labor force or the workforce does not match with that of the ratio of women presence in the academic sectors. This is because the gender equality assured through the governing documents of the nations are failing to get implemented practically in the labor sector. The need of financial empowerment and thereby financial independence for women is the need of the time. For that, obviously, education plays a role, but conscious efforts are to be made in addressing the imbalances in the working sectors. In addressing this gap, promulgations and programs of general awareness should be carried out. Skilling and cross-skilling programs should be organized widely for the empowerment of women. I wish and I hope that this meeting will definitely come out with clear guidance and strong recommendations, not only to our nations, but also to the entire world. Let us all work together to make this world a better place, rather the best place for a woman or a girl child to live. Thank you very much. Thank you.